So you want to shoot weddings, huh? First time? Don't know what you're doing? That's alright. CalVisual's got you covered here. In this week's vlog, I'm going to break down how you can shoot a wedding video entirely by yourself. Let's check out this awesome BTS video breakdown. First things first, when I arrive, I'm breaking out all of my gear, making sure I got everything I need, from batteries to memory cards to lenses. I always arrive about 45 minutes to an hour early. That way if I forget anything, I can run to a local store, whether that's Target, Best Buy, Walmart, etc., and pick something simple up. Now let's look at what I've got and I'm bringing and working with. As you can see here, I'm checking out the locations. Again, I arrive early and I make it a point to scan my environments. Whether it's interior, exterior, or a mix, I'm scanning my location. I'm figuring out where I'm going to be positioning myself for all of my shots ahead of time. That way, when the actual day begins, I'm not running around like a nervous wreck trying to figure out where I'm going to get my shots from. I've already got a solid foundation of how I'm going to get my shots, where I'm going to position myself, and what gear I'm going to use to do so. Alright, let's get into the juicy stuff. The day's begun. Right now I'm shooting the getting ready. This is the girls putting on their makeup, getting their hair done, having some brunch. The main point is to get some nice smooth tracking shots, be able to show the whole environment, the girls interacting, laughing, having a good time. But I also want to shoot some handheld stuff with my Canon 5D Mark IV. This I'll be using to get in closer, tighter, to get those really nice fine detail shots. I'm always keeping these two cameras separate. My Sony a7S Mark II never leaves my Glidecam. The reason being is I'm always able to pick it up and go. It's nice having my Canon 5D Mark IV handheld. I can get in very tight or small spaces. I can interact and engage better with the different people I'm trying to shoot. I can fit into those really tight spots. I can get really close without making someone feel uncomfortable. A big takeaway or a big issue with shooting with a Glidecam all the time is that people feel a little bit more uncomfortable. They're a little bit less at ease. When you're shooting handheld, it's a little more, people feel more at ease because people are used to getting photos taken. It feels more like they're getting a photo shoot or a quick photo rather than someone's kind of staring at them and just watching them through a lens. So that's another reason why I enjoy shooting handheld. But again, the biggest piece here, guys, is because I can get in so tight and close to different people and get those fine detail shots, no problem. Now, as you can see here, I'm trying to get different shots and I'm engaging with the different people I'm shooting with. You don't have to just always be a fly on the wall. That's the main point. We don't want to get too involved or cause any issues or stop the average course of the day. You want to capture everything natural as is. But it's always important to let them know, if you need something redone to really get that beautiful shot, then ask them to repeat it. It's not a huge deal. But again, guys, obviously you want to try your best to remain a fly on the wall, just finding those key moments, capturing them, rather than getting in the way or trying to stop people and pose anything, because you want it to be natural. You want it to feel true, authentic, and real. Something not necessarily seeing me do here, but you need to make sure to remember to do is every time you're changing environments, you need to make sure that you re-white balance. Find your correct white balance so that way you can color correct nice and easy and get those perfect looking skin tones. As you can see here, I'm doing a lot of tracking movement. Again, this is why I'm using the Glidecam. I want to get those really nice, crispy, buttery, smooth tracking shots, and the Glidecam allows me to do so. As you can see, strapped onto my backpack is my Canon 5D Mark IV, so I can quickly set my Glidecam down, pick that up, grab, and go to get those detail shots. You can also tell that I'm not shooting the entire time. I'm quickly shooting and then I'm stopping to go get the next shot. Again, guys, you don't have to be recording the entire wedding. You need to get those tight little shots you know that you're gonna use, and then you want to quickly get up and go to the next spot. So you want to remember that you want to get a wide variety of angles, different locations, different spots, different looks. You don't want every shot to be the same. So some shots you want to get that macro tight shot of the feet walking on the field. Another one you want to get a wide shot of multiple people walking towards the aisleway. Always remember that you want to get a wide variety of shots. Additionally, on top of that, a way to think about it is if you're recording for a shot that you want to use for 4 to 5 seconds, always record about 8 to 9. You want to nearly double your shot time. Now that can seem a little daunting, but it's important to do so because oftentimes your camera might be shaking or jittery, something like that in the beginning and the end. So you want to make sure that you have more room to work with. Alright, when it comes to the key moment, the bride is walking down the aisle. This is where you really want to be moving. You want to be making sure that you're getting side angles, you're getting angles from behind, from the front. Not only so you have everything and every angle to work with in post, but because this is the key moment. This is one of the biggest moments aside from the kiss, the epitome of the ceremony. Really capturing the fine details of the moment. Not just the wide shots of her walking down the aisle, but close shots of her and her father interacting, engaging, laughing, smiling. When it comes to shooting the wedding ceremony, it's the exact same thing as the aisle, except that people are stable. We're shooting shots from behind, from the side, everything and anything we can. We want to get as much angles and variety as possible. Minimize your crowd shots, but you do want crowd reaction shots. So wait for those key moments, when there's a joke that's about to be made, the punchline's about to hit, or they're talking about how the couple got together or how they first met. There's going to be those awe moments. So you want to be ready to capture that crowd reaction. But again, the fine important details are the bride and the groom-to-be. You want to really make sure that you're getting them engaging with each other, smiling, laughing, the hands touching. You really want to highlight these fine details because it's those little things that really, really matter, really draw the viewer into those moments. Now, a lot of people get nervous about the idea of shooting handheld. Well, first things first is obviously you want to be shooting in at least 60 frames per second. You want to be doubling your shutter speed. And of course, you want to hopefully have a lens that has image stabilization or a camera that has image stabilization built in. This is going to be a huge help for smoothing out your shots. But again, when you're shooting handheld at 60 FPS, when you come and break that down, usually what I do is about 40% is my slowdown rate. So it's going to become crispy smooth, buttery, guys. You will be no problem at all. But as you can see here while I'm shooting, I'm not moving just my hands, but I'm moving my body. You want to move your body when you're shooting handheld. This way it feels more natural and the motion is going to be a lot more fluid. When you're just moving with your hands, it's separated from your body, so you're going to get a lot more jitter. But when you have your arms in tight, connected to your body, and you move with your body, it's creating more stabilization for the camera. So again, the more points of contact you have between your body and your arms, the smoother the shot is going to be. I'm getting not only tight, fine details of the laughs, the engagements, the interaction, capturing everything that's there, the wide angle shots, the medium shots, making sure that everyone really feels like they know what's going on, where they're at exactly. Is it indoors? Is it outdoors? Is there food? Is there drinks? You really want to let everyone know what's going on. Alright, it's reception time. The bridesmen and the groomsmen are coming in. I'm starting out with the Glidecam because I know that they're going to be moving a lot. They're entering this environment and then they're heading off to their location. Same thing with the actual bride and groom. So I want to be able to make sure that I get some beautiful tracking shots of everyone entering the room, embracing the crowd, and then taking their spots. Now when it comes to the first dances, again, I'm getting a nice mixture, but this is about a 70-30. 70% is handheld, 30% on the Glidecam. Again, I want to get some nice wide and medium shots, getting some good motion and motion tracking, but for the most part, I'm shooting with my handheld because I want to get those fine details. Right now I'm rocking a 50mm prime. I want to use this because we're indoors, so that way I do better with low light by having a faster camera and faster speed with a low aperture. But also that way that I'm getting that nice tight portrait look. A 50mm is key to the human eye. It matches it perfectly. So it has a beautiful look on camera, and again, using that 50 prime, getting that tight focus really keys in on the smiles and those key beautiful moments, you know, where they're together, you know, the union is sealed, they are Mr. and Mrs. O'Toole. Additionally, guys, when you're shooting these scenes, don't be afraid to get up close and personal. This is a shared project between you as well as the photographers. So I think a lot of people are hesitant to get in close because they're afraid that they're gonna mess up someone else's shot. Again, you wanna be very conscientious and aware of this, but understand it's a shared project, it's a shared job. So make sure you go into the day, you know, discussing how you're gonna interact and work, and where you need to get your shots and where they need to get their shots. So that way you have a good working relationship and you're not getting in each other's way. And as you can see here, you know, I'm able to get my shots as well as they're able to get theirs. You know, we have our own spacing, we're able to get from the same positions, we're interacting and working well together. Additionally, again guys, as you can see here, I'm moving with my body. My elbows are in tight, connected to my waist for the most part, and I'm moving with my body from side to side or forward to back. Alright, so once all the first dances are over, the reception really gets going. This is where the speeches start to happen, and this I treat just like the ceremony. We want to get some nice wide shots and some medium shots of the crowd laughing, engaging, enjoying the different speeches. But again, our main focus is really highlighting how the bride and the groom are reacting to these speeches. We want to get their laughs, their smiles, their tears, as well as the people that are talking, because these are close kin or their best friends. You know, these are people that are key and important to their life. And not only that, when you're shooting the crowd, make sure that you're getting, again, their close kin, the close family. You should try to, you know, get everyone or as many people as possible in the video. Obviously, the key point is getting the family, the people that, you know, really helped this relationship happen, move forward, and really are just a huge part of their lives. My favorite part of the night is once everyone starts dancing. Guys, this is pretty simple. I don't think about it too much. I shoot about 30% with the Glidecam, and again 70% handheld. The reason I like to shoot handheld here is because everyone's on the dance floor grooving and they're not too conscientious of me being there, and then after a couple drinks, they're probably even less aware that I'm there. And so as a result of that, you know, I might be getting bumped and bruised, and I don't want to be moving with a big body, you know, so I don't want to have this big old glide cam that I'm trying to force into these tight little spaces. Instead, I shoot handheld. I keep the camera close to my body, and I just act like almost as if I'm in the crowd with them. I'm enjoying the time with them. I'm dancing myself. I'm grooving with the music. And this is important too, because, you know, you want to get that feeling of motion, of energy. You don't want these tight, standard, still shots. You want to move with the music. You want to move with them. You want to give the true, authentic feeling, the energy that was there at that moment, at that night, at that time. In closing here, guys, my biggest piece of advice is not to overthink things. You're a fly on the wall. Capture what is going on. Capture what's there. Just capture those key moments, the fine details, all the little moments. All the things that truly represent and reflect this couple and their new and boundless partnership. And lastly, guys, just remember, have fun. Don't overthink it. Have fun. Smile, laugh, make them smile and laugh, engage, interact, enjoy the day. You're part of the crowd. You're a fly on the wall. Your job is to reflect, represent, and expound this beautiful new partnership. Bringing it back. Alright folks, that's it for this week's vlog. I hope you picked up some awesome pointers and hope you now understand and know how to effectively shoot a wedding video entirely by yourself. More money. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe below for next week's awesome content to come, and I will see y'all then. Whatcha?